Hey everyone! So today we're tackling a classic challenge, one that pretty much every developer faces when they move from the world of SQL over to NoSQL. We're talking about hierarchies, relationships, and of course that age-old question, but where are the joins? Let's find out.
Okay, so picture this. You're coming from the SQL world. You know your foreign keys like the back of your hand. You can whip up a self-referencing table for a category tree, no problem. And you can write a join in your sleep to pull together books and their publishers. But then, how in the world do you do that in a document database like MongoDB? It's a fantastic question, and the answer really opens up a new way of thinking about how you structure your data.
Right, let's start with those tree structures, like a product category hierarchy. The simplest way to get started, and honestly the one that's going to feel the most familiar, is what we call the parent reference pattern.
Now, for anyone with a SQL background, this is going to look super familiar. On the SQL side, you'd have a parent ID column that just points to another row in the same table, right? Well, in MongoDB, it is the exact same idea. A document has a field, let's call it parent, that just holds the underscore ID of its parent document. It's a direct one-to-one translation of the concept.
To make this super clear, here's a real example. Imagine this document is for the category MongoDB recipes. Its unique ID is its name, and the parent field simply contains the string books, which, you guessed it, is the ID of the parent category. See? Simple, clean, and really easy to understand.
So what's the catch? Well, this pattern is incredibly fast and efficient for finding your way up the tree. If you need to know what category MongoDB recipes belongs to, that's just one simple query. Boom, you've got your answer. But the second you need to go down the tree, like to find every single item under the books category, that's where things get tricky. You'd have to run a query, then another, and that's where the simple model really starts to show its limits.
Exactly. That makes sense for finding the parent. But what if I need to do the opposite? What if my app's main job is to display a full category tree to the user? What if I need to find all products under books and all of its subcategories, and I need to do it in one single fast operation? The parent reference pattern just isn't built for that kind of query.
That is the perfect question. And to solve that problem, we need to look at some more advanced patterns. So let's check out two other ways to do this that are optimized for finding children instead of just the parent.
So the child references pattern kind of flips the whole thing on its head. Instead of a child knowing its parent, the parent keeps a list of all its children. So the books document would have a children array that lists out the IDs of its direct reports. This is pretty good for finding immediate children, but there's a big warning here. If you're constantly adding new children, that array can get really big, and documents that constantly grow can hurt performance. Plus, it still doesn't solve our big problem of finding the entire subtree in one go.
All right, now for a really powerful pattern, the array of ancestors. With this one, each document stores the entire path all the way from the very top of the tree. So the MongoDB recipes document doesn't just know its parent is books, it knows the full family tree. And this is the magic trick. You want to find all descendants of books? You just tell the database, hey, find me every document that has books in its ancestors list. It is one single, incredibly fast query.
So let's just put it all side by side. It all comes down to one thing. What question is your application asking most often? If the main question is, who is my parent, then the parent reference pattern is your best bet. If it's, who are my direct kids, child references can work. But if the million-dollar question is, show me everything in this category and all its subcategories, then the ancestor array pattern is without a doubt your champion. You always want to model your data for your primary use case.
Got it. Trees make sense now. But what about a different, super common situation? A classic one-to-many relationship. Think publishers and books. One publisher has many books. So the first instinct you might have in a document database is to just embed the entire publisher's information inside of every single book document. Is that a good idea?
In a word, no. You really don't want to do that. And here's why. If we embed all the publisher details, we're just copying that same data over and over and over again. Just imagine the publisher moves to a new address. You would have to find and update thousands of separate book documents just to change one little thing. That's not just slow, it's a recipe for disaster.
The right way to do this is with something called the document reference pattern. Instead of embedding the data, you just store a reference, just the ID, to the document you care about, which lives over in its own collection. And honestly, for anyone coming from SQL, this should sound very familiar. It's the exact same idea as data normalization.
So here's what it looks like in practice. You have two separate collections, one for publishers and one for books. Then, Inside each book document, you just have a simple publisher ID field that points to the correct publisher. Now, if the publisher's info ever changes, you only have one single document to update. It's clean, it's efficient, it's the way to go.
Okay, but wait. This immediately brings up the #1 question that everyone from the SQL world asks. We've split our data into 2 collections, which is great for keeping things clean. But now, how do we get it all back together? How do I get a book and its full publisher details in a single query? Basically, how do I do a join?
And the answer is a super powerful tool in MongoDB's aggregation framework. It's called $lookup. And this, for all practical purposes, is your MongoDB join.
So what is it? Put simply, lookup is an operation, a stage in an aggregation pipeline that lets you perform a left outer join from one collection to another. It effectively pulls in and merges the documents from that other collection right into your query results.
And if you look at the syntax, you'll see it maps almost one-to-one with a SQL join. We're running our query on the books collection. The $lookup stage says, okay, look from the publisher's collection. I want you to match the local field from my book, that's the publisher ID, with the foreign field over in the publisher's collection, which is its main _ID. And once you find a match, put the entire publisher document into a new array that we'll name as publisher info.
And check this out. This is the beautiful result you get back. It's not just a flat row. It's your original book document, but now it's been enriched. It has this new field, publisher info, and inside is an array containing the full, rich publisher document. All the related data you need is nested right there.
All right, so let's boil it all down to the 3 big takeaways. First, when you're modeling trees, pick the pattern, parent, child, or ancestor that best answers your application's most frequent question. Second, for one-to-many relationships, use document references to avoid repeating data all over the place. And third, when you need to bring that reference data back together, $lookup is your go-to tool for performing joins. So that leaves us with a question for you to think about. Looking at the kind of data you work with every day, and now that you've seen these different ways to model relationships, which approach feels like the right fit for your next project?
And that's a wrap. We really hope this helped clear things up. If you found this useful, do us a favor and hit that like button, share it, and subscribe for more explainers just like this one. Thanks so much for joining us.